All right, let's go back to Rome, or let's go to Rome and talk with John Allen, a longtime observer of the Vatican. He is editor of Crux, a Catholic news website. Good morning.
Good morning, Nate.
So we're all aware of the health complications that Pope Francis was dealing with. Given that and him defying doctor's orders and making a string of surprise appearances, including Easter holiday yesterday, what was your reaction of the death of Pope Francis?
Well, Nate, I have to admit I was completely astonished. Yesterday, watching that scene unfold in St. Peter's Square, where for the first time since that 38-day hospitalization when Pope Francis was battling double pneumonia, we saw him astride the Pope Mobile and making one of those triumphant swings through St. Peter's Square, greeting the faithful who had assembled to see him on Easter Sunday. We all thought this was his triumphant comeback. As it turned out, of course, it was his triumphant farewell. But I think it probably was precisely the way Pope Francis would have scripted his exit. His papacy was all about proximity to the people from beginning to the end. This was a pope who wanted to break down barriers. The Latin term for a pope is Pontifex Maximus, and Pontifex literally means a bridge builder. A ponte is a bridge. And from the beginning to the end over these 12 years, that was how Pope Francis saw his role. He wanted to build bridges between the Catholic Church and the world outside the Church, between other Christians, followers of other religions, and people of no religious faith at all. He wanted to build bridges in a particular way to those who had been excluded, those who stood on the margins, so the poor and the migrants and the victims of armed conflict. That was, in a sense, his milieu, right? It's where he lived and moved and had his being. And I think it was somehow just symbolically and spiritually apt that a pope who was so, in his heart and his soul, beholden to being there for the forgotten people of the world at the very end, and in a way, in defiance of doctor's orders, that's how he went out as well. He leaves behind a remarkable legacy, Nate, and I think today we are only beginning to sort through what it has all meant for the Church and for the world.
Yeah, break down barriers, create new norms, and create new bridges. John, please stick around for the coverage that we will continue. Thank you so much.
Yeah, John, thank you very much.